Obviously a huge honor. Some of the guys that have come before me were in the sea, Brett Hull, Wayne Gretzky, Plager brothers, Bernie Federico, one of the members of the media still, other leaders of the team, Al McInnes and the management still, guys that, I get to converse with and learn from every single day, that to have those guys around me and to try and follow in their footsteps, hopefully I can do, a fraction of the job that those guys were able to do, and, hopefully I can be the guy that the team looks to, when we're having tough times or when we're having good times, and, more of a lead by example, hopefully type of guy where we're going out there getting the job done, and, a lot of good things expected. But if we were to say we're going to have a smooth sailing season or we're going to have no trials or tribulations, we'd be fooling ourselves and setting ourselves up for failure. So obviously a great way to start training camp, and a great way to know that our team's got a little bit more of a direction. And again, it's not just on me. I got a little different letter, two later in the alphabet than a couple other guys, but those other four guys bring a lot of experience, a couple Stanley Cups. There's a few other guys with a ton of experience in that room that we're going to lean on each other as a whole to lead this team and to make sure that we're getting a job done and we're back into the playoffs where the Blues were for 25 plus years in a row, and we need that tradition to come back in a good way.
David, can you set the scene when they call you in, and when was it and how they let you know?
Actually had a little coffee with Army and Painter on Sunday morning, and great conversation of what they think my qualities are and that make me a great candidate for this job, and things I've accomplished, but also directions that we're going and ideologies that we all agree on, and things that we're really all on the same page, and the guys in the room are excited as everyone else, and I'm probably the most excited, but again, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change the way I play. It's just go about business and make sure that I'm doing all the things that have made me successful, and just a little bit more, I guess, spotlight, or a little bit more emphasis on everything that I do is maybe looked upon by a younger guy or by someone else to maybe help them to mold their game or mold their actions over what I'm starting to do.
Do you ever think about, we know we talk about setting an example on the ice, but do you think about the type of guy you need to be in the dressing room, and whether or not you're going to have to get up to somebody's face or something like that?
Yeah, those things will come and sort themselves out. And again, this is my 6th season in the league. I'm not going to be perfect at it, but it's not going to be for lack of caring or lack of effort. It's going to be doing every little thing that I can to help this team be successful. And if it's getting someone's face, it's getting someone's face. If it's pick someone up because they're having a tough week or tough day, those are things that need to be balanced, and we'll take it situation by situation. And like I said, there's a lot of experience in that locker room that can help mold me into being a good captain. And I don't expect anything different but a ton of support from my teammates, and they've all been nothing but supportive so far.
David, did you put any thought into this after Eric got traded late last season, throughout the summer, knowing the team would likely name a captain, knowing you'd probably be a candidate? I mean, is this something that you thought hard about, that you really wanted, or you just didn't put much thought into it?
It's something, obviously, to have a C on your chest at any level it's an honor, and it's something I thought I'd always be proud to do and hopefully do a good job at. But Eric did a good job before him. Dallas Drake was the captain of the team while I was here, and both guys did a very admirable job of leading this team. And again, guys that I've learned from, and hopefully I can follow in their footsteps. As far as seeing this coming, or it's something that I think when you're ready or when the team's ready, it just evolves. It's not something where there's a campaign process or a lobbying process. It's be yourself and make sure that you're doing things right on and off the ice all over the place, and those things tend to get noticed, and then you're an example for other guys. And I've tried to do that, and I think those are morals on and off the ice that I've learned a lot from my parents growing up, and hopefully I can teach my kids and have influence on other people around me.
Do you think you've come further than expected in just 6 seasons of NHL hockey?
I'd agree that I've exceeded my expectations. I think 2003 when I was drafted, a year before that, the NHL was obviously a goal and a dream, but not really even close to being reality. And to be drafted in the second round, to see that a team like St. Louis put a lot of faith in me. That's a lot of motivation trying to make those guys, the scouts that are all here for, rookie camp now, and watching some of the other guys they've picked, try and make those guys look good. And it's obviously a battle and an uphill process, but again, hard work and doing the right things tends to pay off. And I don't know if it's quite karma, but it seems to be that the more good things you're doing, the better luck and chance that you're getting. And I think that's definitely the case in mine. And hopefully that pays off for the Blues, because there's a lot of good things going around here, and a lot of effort and work that should be paying off here. And hopefully all these long summers can be put to an end, and we'll have a couple short ones here for a change.
David, I would think that a lot of people would say that the C won't change them, but now that you have it, what does it allow you to do? Does it allow you to be more vocal, more authoritative, situations arise? Yeah,
I think it's maybe just a little bit more credibility. Not that it was really lacking, but it's kind of a direction or somebody that's looked to. Then now when there's issues, or when there's good times, that we're not getting too high, we're not getting too low, and there's extra emphasis on myself to lead and be in the right emotional mindset, coming to the rink every day and working. And I think personally, if it's going to change anything, it will make me more responsible, on the ice, to make sure that I'm controlling my emotions, make sure I'm, not losing my temper, to make sure that when things are going bad, that I'm in check. Because if I'm not in check, how can I expect the rest of my teammates to be doing their job and falling in line and doing the right thing? So there's been some thought as far as that, and how I need to be, on my game and make sure that I'm doing the right things, because as a captain, I'm going to hopefully, make sure all my teammates are doing the right things all the time. And, if I'm not doing the right things, then how can I expect them to be accountable?
Does that mean not cross-checking a guy on the way to the bench? Or?
That's correct. Unless he really deserves it.
You ever think of thought to, like, in a way, you're sort of becoming the face of the franchise? I mean, not just playing the ice, but in the community, and now the C?
I don't know. I mean, we've got a lot of guys that are doing a lot of things on and off the ice, and face of the franchise, that's kind of a, I don't know if that's cliche, but it's something that I try and give back to the community. The community is fantastic to me, going around, and the way that I'm treated, my wife's treated, to give back to the community it's really a no-brainer. And we've been here for 5 years, and we expect to be here, for the next 5, and hopefully the rest of our lives, because we've been treated so well, and tried to integrate ourselves into the community and face of the franchise. We might be in trouble. This is this ugly face, the face of the franchise. Spent a lot of time in the dentist chair this summer, so hopefully we can fix the rest of this mug.